What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am in a good mood. Something just came in that wasn't supposed to come in for a few weeks, but I'll show you guys that here in just a second. So I'm fixing a few issues that we found over the weekend from the private rental that we went to, which nothing really good came out of it except that I found some issues with the car. So I was looking to fix the return line leak as well. That's actually, I thought it was leaking from there. It's actually the little V-band that goes from the exhaust housing to the center section of the turbo. That was actually kind of loose, and so it was spouting out some oil through the bottom. So I took that off, cleaned it up, and then redid the V-band on there. So hopefully that fixes the issue. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it for the meantime. And I was also fixing the steering linkage back there. It was a little loose, got that tightened up. Few other small odds and ends I gotta do. I did get the hose to replace this one, just waiting on the black fittings. Hopefully those come in this week so we can get those changed out just so it looks a little bit better. But got the exhaust off, need to put the turbo blanket back on, put the exhaust back on, and I'll probably leave the turbo blanket off actually and take the car around the block here once we get something on the front so that we can drive it around. But that way we can check to make sure it's not leaking anymore. But I also want to adjust the front Viking coilovers. So they're pretty much maxed out, not maxed out, but they're where they need to be as far as height wise here. So I want the car to sit a little bit lower, but I can't go any lower from this point because it'll actually pull the spring down and it won't have the correct stroke length there. So the next thing you can do to lower these is actually lower this bottom piece. So later in today's video you'll see me lower these because I do want to fix the ride height. The car's sitting a little bit higher than I'd like it to. Obviously I'm more function right now with the car, but I still want to look decent, and it's riding a little bit high in the front. But other than that, we are fixing some small issues. Car's coming together really good, and let's show you guys what came in today. So finally, we will be needing these today. So I actually picked these up a while ago. I brought them actually to TX2K because I thought I might need an extra set of front skinnies. These are DOT approved. The only thing I don't like is the Phoenix and the little FX thing on there, but you could scrub that off. But these are actually 27, 4.5, 17. I typically run a 26. A lot of people run a 28 because the 26 looks real small in the S550. So I got this 27 inch. So it's kind of like in between. Plus it's a DOT approved tire, so it's good for true street classes. And I think it's actually lighter than the previous tires that I ran. The ET Streets, I believe, is what I had before. So they're a little bit lighter and they're a little bit cheaper and they're an in-between size. So I think they'll look good. So we're actually gonna need these today, and let me go grab what's gonna go inside of those. So if you guys don't know, I just picked up some new weld bead locks. I mean, I ordered them a while ago, but they just got in last week. These are the S72 15 by 9.33. Can't do a 15 by 10 because it's an S550 Mustang. The only way you can do a larger wheel than the 15 by 9.33 is to get a different knuckle. But anyways, these are a single bead lock. I decided to go with the S72, a little bit different style. It's a newer style as of last year. I had the S77s before, which always look good, but I want to get something a little different now. The front wheels did finally come in. Super excited. They weren't supposed to come for like another 2 weeks, but Weld actually had the tracking and had shipped them, but they got it mixed up with another one, so they weren't sure if mine had shipped. But huge thanks to Logan, Lethal Performance, and to Weld Wheels for hooking it up. Got a really good deal on these wheels. Got them way quicker than I thought I would, which it's literally perfect timing because no one thought the tracks were gonna open this early, and then all of a sudden, our governor here in Texas started opening up stuff. The tracks are starting to open and the front wheels showed up. It's perfect. It's time to go racing. But anyways, before I show you the wheels, I didn't do a matching front set because I don't know. I've seen a lot of pictures and I just didn't like the front wheels, the front S72s. I didn't think they'd look good on my car in a skinny. I've seen them in like a full-size wheel and they look pretty good, but I didn't think they would look good in a front skinny. So I ended up doing a different front wheel. I'm gonna show you guys now. Oh, I'm so ready to see these. Woo! Would you look at those? Oh my goodness. Wow. Those are freaking light. So part of the reason why I went with the V series, so these are V series fronts, is because they're like one of the lightest weld wheels that they make for skinnies. So yeah, these are a 17 by 4.5, I believe. Super lightweight, and man, do they look good. Now, it's not the exact match. Obviously, the rears are S72s, but they definitely can go together. So I think, oh yeah, those are gonna look good. So let's just mount one of these, kind of see what it's gonna look like on there, and then we'll go get these mounted with the tires. Oh, my heart is sinking. They look so good. Oh man, there is something about getting new wheels. It just changes the complete look of the car. Those look freaking mint. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, if you don't like weld wheels, well, sorry about this clip in the video, but man, do those look good. And they show off the TBM brakes. Oh man, I've got some really nice tie shop lug nuts that are gonna go on there. Woo! But you can see why I did the V series. Like, it looks pretty similar to the S72. The S72 has like these straight spokes, and the V series kind of has that, but then obviously it kind of does like a little V at the end. But they definitely look like they could go with each other. So I'm gonna take these and we're gonna go get these suckers mounted. Oh man, look at them all mounted up. So I'm gonna scrub and get this like little Phoenix thing off. It's just painted on there, but man, look at those. So what I'm gonna do is get these letters off of the tires, and we're gonna adjust the coilovers, and then we'll get the car on the ground so you guys can get an actual look of what it looks like on the ground and how the fitment looks. Alright, so since this tire is actually taller than the previous tire that I ran, I wanted to lower the car down and just make sure I liked the ride height before I made it even lower. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with that ride height. So I may go lower in the future, but I'm actually pretty happy with that ride height. The 27 actually fills the wheel well a little bit better. So I got my tie shop lug nuts on there, super nice, with the little shank spacer behind them. You can get those in the link in the description below. But I'm gonna get these torqued down, and we're gonna get this thing out today. All right guys, so I got the car rolled out of the garage so you guys can actually see what it looks like with the V-Series fronts. Man, does it look good. Whew. Just look at that. Man, that looks killer. So I still think this was the best option to do the V-Series fronts. Plus, they're lighter than if I would have got the actual matching S72s for the front. But man, I really think the V-Series fronts are some of the best wheels you can do. Now, I could have done V-Series in the back to actually match the fronts, but I actually really like the S72 rears. They're a little different, and not too many people have them, but man, I'm just really happy with how that came out. So hopefully guys enjoyed that video. I'm really excited. I finally have the front wheels for the car. There's a few more things that we're actually doing to the outside of the car, but it's race season, people. It's time to get racing. Really excited. The next video you'll see a lot of racing. I got a few videos coming up. We are starting to travel again. So hopefully you guys are subscribed to the channel, because then you'll get to see all the racing content that we got coming up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys like the front wheels. Comment down below if those are the front wheels you would have done, and I'll see you guys on the next one.